Bohemians gathered from all walks of life to march for another We March campaign. Good evening, everyone. I'm Sabria McIntosh. Residents of Jubilee Gardens are raving for clean air, and many others for the Prime Minister to ring the bell for elections. Joshua Robbins gives insight to what transpired during this march.
Kill the bill! Kill the bill! Kill the bill! Kill the bill! Kill the bill!
Today, Bohemians congregate for a third We March campaign. Bohemians are saying enough is enough and are standing up to the government to set a fixed election date. Kayvante Cash is studying media journalism at the University of the Bahamas. She advocates for women's rights, human rights, and everyday Bohemians who are afraid to speak up for themselves.
First thing I think about when I hear Kayvante's name is basically activism. She basically cares about any issue concerning anything dealing with women, whether it's equal rights, whether it's basically how women are judged because of the way they dress.
Cash march alongside many Bohemians who are calling for the government to ring the alarm for the elections.
I don't accept, or I do not feel like any of these options that you're giving me is good enough. I want better, and you must give me better. You must So that's pretty much what this movement is all about. It's really just a form of protest, and it's definitely drawing attention. And it's definitely gaining traction. The leaders of these parties now, they don't meet the standard that I would hold for the Prime Minister of a country that I am proud to claim as mine.
Bohemians also march for clean air in Jubilee Gardens and are asking the government to kill the spy bill.
I just looking for justice all around. Transparency in government, accountability. It works. I have two beautiful daughters. I have a grandson and granddaughter. I got kids coming up, grandkids. I need to make sure there's a Bahamas left for them.
Cash, along with We March supporters, marched from Scotiabank Cable Beach to the Prime Minister's office, protesting not only for themselves, but for all Bohemians. Joshua Robbins, the Souse News.
From craving justice to craving sweet treats, Leandra Roll visited Fort Charlotte this weekend to take a bite of sweetness from Sweet Fest.
Featuring eats, treats, drinks, and all things sweet, it's Sweet Fest. Sweet Fest hosted its second annual festival at Fort Charlotte this weekend, where locals and tourists alike gathered to sink their teeth into some delicious pastries. But before the annual festival kicked off its festivities, many vendors started to set up in preparation for the midday sweet rush. Owner of Sugar Mamas, Deanne Walker, along with Mom Marcy Walker, took an early start by setting up the tables with colorful decorations and delicious pastries. Deanne said after hearing about the event on Facebook, she decided that she would participate. Some of Deanne's specialty cakes at Sweet Fest included carrot cake, pink champagne cupcakes, and much more. But it was her chocolate mousse cake which seemed to be the best seller of the day. While some vendors use the event as an avenue to make more money, Deanne said she is participating as a way to build her clientele so she could work in her business full time. Deanne said she hopes more locals would support her business after tasting some of her yummy pastries. But the festival aimed not only to provide Bohemians with an opportunity to promote their business, but also to create an enjoyable event for both locals and tourists. For festival goers, Sweet Fest not only consisted of tasting exquisite cakes, tarts, and other treats, but also included fun activities, like jumping around the bouncing castle, getting your face painted, or dancing along to the music with friends. While others kept themselves entertained by host Ianthea Smith.
I ain't know about y'all, but I'm trying to leave out here at least 3 pounds heavier today. I ain't know about y'all.
Ianthea said she felt very proud to be a part of this year's Sweet Fest and was very happy to see the amount of persons who came out to support the event.
I like the fact that a lot of underground people came out, you don't see those big name pastry stores, those big name bakeries out here. You see the grandma, you see the mom and her daughter who work together. You see sisters who have companies together. You see people who have been retired for a couple of years and they're still finding ways to be independent and just find money, and so that for me that's very important. So I'm happy to see a lot of people came out who would otherwise not have the opportunity had it not been for Sweet Fest. So people like me to see their
Ayantia said she also hopes Sweet Fest will continue to get bigger and better each year.
Leandra Roll, Souse News.
From sweet mouths to sweet victories, Pavel Bailey gives us an update on the Battle of the Bulge at UB Fit.
Are you in shape? With diabetes and obesity on the rise in our country, that's a question many Bahamians have to face on a regular day basis. But I'm here today, it's the University of the Bahamas' first ever UB Fit. Some of us have come up bright and early to find out and get fit. A healthy crowd is here at University Commons Drive to complete the 5 and 10K walks and runs. And though many of them will go the distance, they still won't go far enough to reach their peak health. No matter how far they go, event organizers like Craig Smith thinks that this is just the first step.
I don't know if this one event has combated it. I think it helps to bring awareness to the importance of health, the importance of exercise, the importance of taking care of your body, right? And I think it brings attention to the importance of physical fitness. This is a part of Health and Fitness Week.
On the other hand, other contestants had a different view on this social issue.
I think Bahamians are fat and lazy and they need to get out and run.
This blunt claim should serve as a wake-up call to a much harsher reality. As statistics revealed by nurse Kathleen Johnson shows how this looks like a battle the Bahamas is losing in.
Well, the last report I read about the Bahamas is ranking very high in the first 3 with diabetes in the Caribbean. And it's ranking high in the first 3 with obesity.
But we shouldn't lose hope yet, as organizations like Elite Fitness have joined the fight, giving Bahamians comprehensive body fat analysis that with the proper dietary and exercise regimens could whip us into shape.
I would advise them to get on a program, a nutrition program, because with any of the chronic diseases you can eat anything, but it's how you fix it and when you eat it, and the amount you eat.
Whether or not you came out here today, it's time for you to get serious about your physical health, because it's past time that we get fit Bahamas. This has been Pavel Bailey for the Souse News, signing off. Thanks for joining us.
That's not all that happened at UB Fit. Bahamians also give the University of the Bahamas their support through sports. Here's more on how the proceeds from the recent UB Fit event will help the increasing mobility needs on campus. Up and running, but not on empty, Bahamians from near and far went the distance to stay UB Fit. The University of the Bahamas' inaugural Fun Run Walk and Skate was a success. Bahamians from all walks of life flooded the streets near the campus as pedestrians and cyclists alike went all the way on the marathon to 5 and even 10 kilometers. The event gathered much support, and as Kenny's Eldon says, it's all for a good cause.
UB Fit is basically an opportunity for the university community, for students, faculty, staff, for churches, organizations, nonprofits, and corporate Bahamas to come together to raise money for what we consider a very vital and important cause. A lot of students on campus suffer with some type of disability, and sometimes it's hard to get around campus. And so proceeds from this event will go to our annual fund, and the money will then come back down to the Health and Safety Committee so that we continue initiatives like this, and more importantly, to help build ramps, armways, expand bathroom doors, to make things more accessible for those on campus that just want to get a good education.
Special needs mobility is a growing concern here on the campus. There are a number of students who have troubles getting from class to class, and psychology major Gregory Cash happens to be one of them.
Gregory didn't want to be on camera but expressed his feelings on the step forward.
As a gangster, you'll be fair to the event that went on last week. As a gangster, persons going to disabilities, people I feel that it was an awesome event that went on that was able to help persons with disability. And I feel like we need to do more as a gangster helping persons with disability because it will really change their life. And as a gangster, even with my situation, I just thank COB for improving the surroundings and environment for persons with disability and helping the cause even become accessible to people with disability. And I just want to encourage people to continue to care for people with disability because it will change their life and it will put a smile on their face.
Gregory is extremely excited and says he has many friends who don't mind helping him around campus but will greatly appreciate the independence. He encourages the University of the Bahamas to continue to be a support system to students with disabilities because they're helping him fulfill his dreams of helping others. Supriya McIntosh, Souse News. The proceeds of UB Fit is for the purpose of providing special needs mobility. What's your purpose? Anisha Jones tells us about a young lady whose purpose is to find the purpose in others.
Joy 101.9, your choice for the family.
For Antonia Lightborn, her journey to this seat has been a long one. Here you see a radio host, but underneath that voice is a whole lot more. She was a video editor at her local church before attending Connecticut School of Broadcasting. But before all of this, INU was birthed, a movement that focuses on helping youth appreciate, embrace, and release their inner greatness.
We have a street team, we have a club at St. Anne's, and we hope to do programs in the schools, not necessarily a club, but a program in the schools to really help young persons understand that there is greatness on the inside of them.
Club INU has impacted the lives of students and those that participate in the movement.
I'm a part of the wonderful Club INU. Antonia has impacted me because she helped me to find my purpose, and I'm glad that she did.
And from impacting these lives, Antonia saw a bigger vision. In 2016, she founded Purpose Awareness.
We launched with a week of activities, and the week of activities kicked off with a purpose panel, which was hosted by Anastasia Palacios. We did a school tour, Purpose on My Campus, and we were able to reach out to so many students. And then we had Purpose in My Congregation, and that is when churches all over the country celebrated Purpose.
This year, she says things will be a little bit different as her vision for Purpose Awareness gets bigger and better.
One of the exciting things that happened this year was we received the proclamation from the Prime Minister stating that April would be Purpose Awareness Month and the 29th of April, National Purpose Awareness Day.
With the help of volunteers and purpose partners, she's able to spread the message from Nassau to Bermuda, Atlanta, Miami, and the rest of the Bahamas. Although she is all about purpose, she's also purposefully playful.
She goes into character quite often. She has an African person.
Fill up my water bottle, fill up my water bottle, so I will not be thirsty.
And there's also a Bahamian prophetess by the name of Prophetess Macfredo, and she has another persona from the Toe and Jay show.
Welcome to the Toe and Jay show. Hey everybody.
She loves to make people laugh. I don't know. It literally just springs out of her.
At the end of the day, Antonia is a jack of all trades. She's a graphic designer, radio host, motivational speaker, CEO of INU and Purpose Awareness. She's loved by many, and she realized what her calling is in this world, and that's to pull the purpose out of the people around her.
Happy Purpose Awareness Month to all of you.
Souse News, I'm Anisha Jones.
This has been Supriya McIntosh for Souse News. Thanks for tuning in.